Hi, I'm Lauren Froman, and welcome to the Boomer File. Boomers, you got a minute? Has this ever happened to you? And I'm sure it has. You can't remember a damn thing from 1 minute to another. Last night, I walked from one room to the other room, and I completely forgot why I was there. I get into bed every night and say to myself, the hell, I was just here. The dreaded Mrs. Froman and I have conversations without using subject matter. That's an impossible thing to do, you know. If there's no subject matter, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. After 50, subject matter flies out the window. Verbs, adverbs, and adjectives are adrift in space without a subject matter to hang on. And speaking of arguing, most of my arguments with the dreaded Mrs. Froman do not contain subject matter. So how in the hell can you have an argument? Well, you can't. 1 minute into the fight, we forget the subject matter of the fight, and we forget what the hell we're fighting about. But the argument continues, and the arguments sound like this. No, what you said was, no, that's not what I said. What I said was, no, you didn't say that. You said, no, I never said that. You did, I didn't. Anyway, what's the difference? I would never say that. You would, and you did. Well, you're gaslighting me. I am not. You've said it before. When? I can't remember, but I know you have. Don't you tell me what I forgot I said, because I don't believe you. If I bring up anything that happened in the past, the dreaded Mrs. Froman always points a finger and says, don't go there. That's like driving down a highway and you see an exit sign that says, don't go here. On our first date, I remember saying something to the future dreaded Mrs. Froman, and she said, don't go there. We've been dating for 11 minutes, and we already had a place I couldn't go back to. The dreaded Mrs. Froman always accuses me of being righteous when we fight. But in an argument, you have to feel that you're right, or there wouldn't be any reason to fight. You're wrong. Oh, okay, fight's over. When we fight, the dreaded Mrs. Froman always says to me that I'm not the man she married. Like at our wedding reception, I was mysteriously abducted by a group of fanatics. A replacement was put in my spot, and the imposter remained with the dreaded Mrs. Froman for 31 years. What did Oscar Wilde say about arguments? I dislike arguments of any kind. They are always vulgar and almost always convincing. They say that 85% of what your spouse has to say about you, good or bad, is always right, dead on, accurate, true. So whenever your spouse comes at you with criticism and observations, 85% of the time, they're right. That's pretty depressing. Goodbye, boomers. I'll talk to you later.